I have had just the greatest idea, possibly ever, because I want to unify the world through Minecraft. And what that means is basically I'm going to build a house representing each and every country in the world, hopefully, depending on how long this series is gonna be. But, of course, there's only one right way to start the series, and that is, of course, with my home country, Denmark. Now, I will say, if you were wondering where I've been, I don't blame you. I have been gone for a hot while. Firstly, this video took such a long time just filming because I had to start from Minecraft scratch and then record everything. So that's the first thing. Look, we're loading in and we're checking the nearby ruined portal. That was just incredibly bad loot. Wow, okay. Then I'm just casually fighting for my life here and stealing everything of value from this poor village that happened to be near spawn. And then I'm getting the essential resources, and I am turning my stolen hay bales into food, and I'm gathering more essential resources, this time a little bit more essential actually, some will say. Then I'm suiting up and I'm grabbing clay because I will need a lot of clay for this build. And I'm grabbing even more. And I'm grabbing more. And I'm grabbing even more. You will not even believe me if I told you how long this took me. Okay, we're suiting up yet again, and I really need to color my skin a different color because that was horrible. And finally, I'm starting to build. Now, this is a typical Danish house, and this is literally what almost every single house you encounter will look like. They have brick walls and then this slanted in the sides kind of roof. And I promise you, that is the default house. Everything else is modified. That is the default template. So, of course, being Danish, I'm going to build one of these classic Danish houses as one of the first buildings in my world. I did set up a little, station for, a bed, a crafting table, some furnaces, but that doesn't really count as a building, does it? Anyways, I will have to go on a hunt out in the wilderness for the resources and wood types that I'm gonna need. So yeah, it takes a lot longer to start a new Minecraft world than some people would think. So that's reason number one as to why I've been gone for so long. Reason number two is it was my birthday. October 30th is my birthday and I was turning 19. So obviously I took that day off and spent it with my family. I had some celebrations. It was all awesome. It was great. Obviously, not a great excuse for why I've been gone for months, but I will also say that right after, was it after or before? I've already forgotten. Sometime around my birthday, I became very, very sick. And so I did not have the motivation to basically even get out of bed, okay? And let alone film an entire video where I have to think about my build and whatever. So yeah, that's reason number two, illness. And then it was Christmas time. I have been recording this video for a hot while at this point, but it also takes a lot of editing to do a video where I have 10 hours of footage or something ridiculous. Okay, well, maybe not 10, but many hours of footage. And finally, I'm spotting the spruce wood that I came here for. The rest of this has just been a bonus. I came for the spruce wood, but anyway, I'm telling a story here. Please pay attention. Now, obviously I want to spend Christmas and New Year's with my family at this point, and I was taking the time off, I'm gonna be honest, and I also got a job in between the last video and now, so I also had to get started with that and learn all the new how to do my job, and so a lot of stuff has been happening. And then last week, or well, I guess it's 2 weeks ago almost, I tested positive. Well, I didn't actually. My mom tested positive for COVID, and as I said previously, I'm 19 years old. I still live at home. I'm not even ashamed of it. I love being at home with my parents. I have a great relationship with both my parents, so my mom tested positive for COVID, and I'm as shocked as you are. I didn't even know this shit was still around. But let me tell you, I can barely remember a time where I've been more sick. Like, this is not just a flu. I thought it would just be like a flu, you know, a week's time of a runny nose and then that's that. No. I am talking muscle pain. I'm talking extreme fatigue. I am talking, obviously, common flu symptoms like runny nose, coughing, sneezing, my throat hurt. But just layers and layers of symptoms. It has been awful, and my voice is still pretty weird. I hope it's not too annoying. I really want to get this video done, and I've finally finished editing now, so I really don't want to wait anymore. Like, let's just get this video done and out there and see if this is even a concept that people want to see. I don't even know, actually. Like, maybe I've wasted all of these months doing a big project for nobody to want to watch it. You know, that's not good. Anyways, as you can see, I'm trying to copy like the overall squareness of the reference images that I showed you previously. The houses were very square usually, like rectangular. That's the same, right? A rectangle is a square. I don't know. Anyways, that's what I'm trying to copy here, and usually these homes have 2 floors, so making it nice and tall because we want a first and a second floor. So yeah, wait, I actually ate that parkour. Okay, I should not be that impressed. It was not that difficult, but like, it was satisfying. You have to give me that. It was satisfying. Anyways, the clay that I gathered in the beginning, thinking that was enough, let me tell you a fun story. That was not enough. I spent so unbelievably long gathering that clay and burning it and turning it into bricks, and it was not even enough. I have been traumatized. Like, whatever country I'm building next, I only have 2 criteria. I have to talk to somebody from that country, and I have a bunch of internet acquaintances. Is that the right word? I think it is. Internet acquaintances from around the world, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find somebody from an exciting country. But my only other rule is don't let it be made out of clay. Like, I can't handle that. It's just not bricks. Anything but bricks. I'd rather build a netherite house than build more bricks. But I don't really think, considering that netherite is not a real building material, I don't think I'm going to have to encounter that problem. So let me know in the comments which country you want me to build a house from next. Obviously, the reason why I want to talk to somebody from the country is that when you just Google results, you usually get a pretty good idea of what houses from the region or country look like, but I would have no idea what the insides look like, what the story is behind it, if some regions have these houses and others don't, if this is a tourist spot. Like, obviously I want to build something that's recognizable as like a mainstream common house in the country. So if I were to search for a country like Greece or Italy or somewhere that has a lot more tourism than Denmark, I would most likely be getting tourism results instead of like normal housing results, you know? Does that make any sense? I think it does. So just to check and be sure that I'm not spending hours and hours building something completely wrong, I will just be, you know, making sure with somebody from the country. And now I'm finally moving on to a different material. I slowed the footage down to normal speed and everything just to get that clip in there because something different finally happened. It is time to reveal why I have left out a window on this side. So, a lot of people in Denmark have very big gardens, and in those gardens we often have sheds or, you know, like little cute aesthetics with like houses or roofs over a terrace or something like that, where we can spend time in our garden. So I wanted to somehow kind of include that into the building. I wasn't really sure how to build it. What I'm going for here is just, you know, an attached roof. I'm not going for a shed or anything like that, but a lot of us do have some sort of roofing in the garden, or a terrace, or a shed, or basically anything like that. You can imagine the different varieties yourself. I don't have to sit here and babysit your mental imagery. But anyways, I was struggling trying to build something that represented that, and I was considering some hideous options, like what am I even doing at this point? But I really wanted to include that little Easter egg or whatever, since I am Danish and I know this, so I really wanted to have it included, just as, like, to give it a little bit of soul, because I will be the first to admit that many Danish common houses are looking at a little bit soulless. I will admit it. It's just a rectangle with symmetric windows all across, and the slanted roof that you will see approximately somewhere between 70 and 800 times if you drive through a city. And, you know, let's add some detail. Let's not make this too boring, because apparently I hadn't spent enough time on this video already. Oh gosh, this is actually probably terrible. I don't know. Maybe this is just my fate. Maybe this is how every video in this series is gonna go. I actually genuinely don't know. But I wanted to also include the detail that in Denmark, we have a lot of farmland. We are a farmer country. I saw a statistic somewhere. I don't know if that's true. I haven't counted myself. So, you know, I could be wrong with the numbers here, because I have not personally counted. But it said in the statistic that there are more pigs in Denmark than there are people. And I mean, that sounds kind of crazy, but we are only like 6 million people. We are one of the least populated countries. So, like, I guess it's not too unrealistic, right? I feel like it could be true if you really wanted it to be, but again, I have not counted every single person and every single pig, so, like, I don't know. Don't hang me up on it, okay? But now the farmer part, little farmer reference, Easter egg, whatever you want to call it, is done. I am moving on because I'm gonna need a lot more wood. And oh yeah, I forgot about this clip. Look at this, look at this. Engineering at its finest. I am making a thin staircase out of dirt, where I'm not wasting any of the dirt on double layering. Howard, call me anytime. This is peak engineering right here. This is what peak engineering looks like. Anyways, now that I have a beautiful staircase going up here, I can finally finish off the roof, and I'm just making sure that that looks nice and correct, and it does. So let's move on to actually making the roof itself. Now, I will be the first to admit, I don't think I've ever seen one of these houses with wooden roofing. It is usually, you know, like normal shingles or whatever, but I really wanted something to match with that shed, and also I don't think that I could possibly have convinced Mojang to add shingles to Minecraft just for my little project here. So we will go with the option that matches, okay? Are you okay with that? Well, if you're not, then I don't really know how to deal with that, because this is already pre-recorded and the video is being uploaded, and, you know, sorry. I don't really care if you disapprove of my choice. I'm gonna go with it anyway. Now, new day, new task, new ways to block off my chest. Why did they do that? That was dumb. Anyways, we need to burn more clay, smelt, burn, whatever it's called. We need to do more of that. And let me tell you, I have been doing a lot of that behind the scenes in this video. Actually, you're just seeing a quarter, not even, of the footage that I have from this, because I just recorded everything. I figured, oh, editing me will deal with finding out what's fun to include and fun to watch, and you know, that's a problem for future me. Well, future me hates past me for that. Why would I record like an hour of footage from just me burning bricks? That's not entertaining. Why? Yeah, so that's why editing this video took like an eternity. And here you see me finally doing that slanted thing with the roof that I have been talking about repeatedly for the last 15 minutes now. And I am just, you know, the same thing that happened with the bricks happened with the roof, and I thought like 20 times, oh, I have enough wood now. I did not have enough wood. Let me just admit that to you all. But this slanted thing, this looks awesome. This looks exactly like how it does in real life, except that, you know, real life doesn't really look like Minecraft because real life is not squared. But looking away from that fact, this looks exactly how I wanted it to and how I envisioned it in Minecraft, which, if you are a builder, you will know that is rare. So let's just appreciate. It's hard to appreciate this. Look. Now it's great. I wanted to add like something special there, so I hope you like my little magic trick. I wanted to surprise you. Please be surprised, and pleasantly so. Please be pleasantly surprised. Anyways, I still have some little things to fix here and there, just some, you know, little touch-ups. And then, for an important detail, windows. I tried to like grab sand that wouldn't ruin the overall aesthetic, because as you can see with the house in the background, I'm not too far away from where I was building, but this was legit the only sand I could find in the entire area, so it kind of had to be from here that I gathered it. So I just tried to make it look kind of natural anyway and just scrape from the edges, and I'm not even gonna acknowledge that cave because I just don't want to deal with that right now. So please just let me not deal with that right now. Anyhow, after a quick nap number 500 in this video recording, it is time for me to smelt sand. Wow, we've come so far. I went from smelting clay to smelting sand. Isn't it just great? Just admiring my own building here. Please, applause. Look, I have the whole skeleton of the house. Anyways, I was mostly just procrastinating because I was waiting for, you know, that glass you just saw me smelt. Yeah, I was waiting for that. But thankfully, from not a lot of glass, you get a lot of glass panes. From like 6 glass blocks, you get 16 glass panes. And I get it, it's thin glass. So from thick glass, you get a lot more thin glass than you had thick glass. It makes sense. It doesn't make sense with stairs though, because why do you need 6 blocks to make 4 staircases when one staircase is smaller than 1 block? How do you get, like, I don't know, okay? But it was very annoying in this process, because if you had gotten the right amount of staircases for each wood block that you chopped, this job right here, what you are looking at me doing, would have been a lot faster and a lot easier. So please, if I can convince Mojang to do anything from watching this video, let it not be adding shingles to Minecraft. We don't need a shingle block. We need staircases to make more sense with how many blocks you need to craft them versus how many blocks of staircase you get. That's the takeaway from this video. Screw the shingles, focus on the staircase. Thank you. Now, I've mentioned already that most of these houses have 2 floors, so I thought that this place right here on the other side of that shed roofing thing would be the perfect place for the stairs to go up. And then obviously we need that 2nd floor. I made it out of slabs for 2 main reasons. One, when you can look up at it like this, like very obviously, a full block seems very, very thick when you just look at it aesthetically. And secondly, if you make your blocks into slabs, you get double the amount of blocks, because that, contrary to the staircases, make actual sense. They have thought about it. Slabs is half a block, so you get 2 slabs per block. Yes, beautiful. That is how the math should be mathing. So I got double the amount of slabs that I would have had blocks, and honestly, I was really done with chopping right now. So both because it looks better, because it's thinner, and so you can see on top of the windows there's bricks. That I really like that you can see that. And then also I got far more blocks out of it. So it was great for multiple reasons. I really enjoyed it. You have to celebrate the small victories. In giant processes like this, you have to celebrate just the small victories here. And this is where I realized that I need even more bricks. So isn't that fun? Thankfully, I do have some leftover clay and leftover bricks at this point because, yeah, the second round where I went out and got more clay, I was like, I'm not doing this again, okay? Now I'm just getting a buttload, and it's better to have too much than too little. So yeah, I'm not gonna ever need clay again unless I start another big clay project. But I've already told you, we're taking a break from the clay. I'm not doing another clay house in the next episode of this series, okay? Just let's be clear about that, because that's not happening, and I don't want to disappoint you, so don't get your hopes up. I'm not doing a back-to-back clay housing episode. Okay, now with that out of my system, sorry for being a bit aggressive, the trauma is still new and healing. No, obviously it wasn't that bad. It took a lot of time, and I don't know if it was worth it yet because I don't have you guys' feedback on this series yet. So if you guys enjoy the series, it will all be worth it. We'll all laugh happily about it as we recount the story out in the future. And if you guys don't like the series and we forget all about it, then maybe I will cry a few tears, just a few tears, but it will all be worth it, hopefully. So now that I am putting bricks in the last couple crevices here that shouldn't be there, I'm noticing that the roof does not look great from the inside. So yeah, guess what we need more of? That's right, we need more staircases. Yippee! So happy. But first, we need a way to actually get up to that window, because it makes no sense to have a window that you can't look out of. And I really wanted some sort of platforming thing. I don't actually know what that's called in English, the word that I'm looking for. In my native language, Danish, which this is also the Danish house, so it feels fitting to just call it the Danish name, honestly. But in Danish, this would be called a hems, which is like when the floor is not covering the whole roof, but you just have like a section that is platformed, and then the other part of the room is just access up to the top roof. I don't know if I'm explaining that well at all, but when you don't have the name for the object, it's really hard to describe it. Actually, it's kind of like describe the taste of vanilla. This is like, you don't know that it's called vanilla. How do you compare that to something else? I don't know. But yeah, as I said, we're gonna need more wood. And isn't that just fun? Doing that same thing for the 800th time. And the fun thing is, I don't know why I didn't learn, but every single time I was done chopping a bunch, like a forest of spruce trees, I always thought, yeah, that ought to be enough. I have enough wood now. I'm not gonna need any more wood now. And every single time, except for obviously the last time that I gathered wood, but every other time I was dead wrong. I needed more, and I kept needing more, and I kept thinking, oh, this is enough. No, it isn't. Just get it one and done. Oh my god. I don't know why I didn't learn, but yeah. Maybe I just ran out of patience. I mean, I wouldn't even blame myself at that point. This, I am realizing, looks way too chunky, so it's time to go back to the ancient texts, find the oldest trick in the book when it comes to stairs, and just make the backdrop out of slabs. Well, no, that's not called slabs, that's called trapdoors. Now I don't even know my own Minecraft, like, names, and that is bad. I've played this game for 13, 14 years. Since I was 5, and I'm 19 now, so depending on when I was 5 that I started, yeah, you can tell, it's a long time, so forgetting the names of trapdoors really should not be happening at this stage, but I guess it just did. Anyways, if you put the ladders on the back of a trapdoor, you can have it without like placing it on top of a block, which looked way too chunky and weird. So just don't open those trapdoors, because the ladder will just fall, like it will become an item again and fall to the floor, where it can despawn if you don't realize that you play it. So, you know, maybe just keep that in mind, that it's not supposed to be trapdoors that you ever mess with. Just let them sit there and be pretty, do their job prettily and slowly, as you don't touch them. Anyways, look, I literally just showed you what I just talked about. That was the wrong order of things, but whatever, we'll take it. Look, now that I'm up here, I can finally do something about the hideous insides of this roof, because that did not look good. And let me tell you, this was a pain in the ass to do. There's no other wording for it. That is the only one that fits. It was awful having to make my own little scaffolding here and then get as far as I can reach, because the staircases can also turn a lot of ways. And then halfway I realized that, oh yeah, I forgot to make that slanted thing on the outside, so the insides didn't match because one of the sides in the outside was wrong. And then I had to go out and fix that, and that's what you're seeing me do now. And there we go, finally, that's right. Now that we have fixed that, we can continue on the insides. It has to be done. It's not fun, but it has to be done. Somebody should put that on like a poster of somebody in the sunset riding a horse and say, it's not fun, but it has to be done, or something. Motivational things are clearly not my strongest suit, but we got it done, even though it wasn't fun. Now I'm messing around with some more details, and I actually quite like how that looks. So let me just remove all evidence of this terrible roofing situation that we had to go through. Glad that that's done. Let's just all forget about that, and then it's time for some details. And if you know one thing about builders, it is that lanterns, they go everywhere. I'm trying some different spots, and I'm just placing lanterns everywhere for lighting, because it is the most aesthetic lighting. You have to agree with me. It is the most aesthetic lighting, unless you're doing a Halloween themed house, in which case I guess the jack-o'-lantern is better, but just the lanterns, I love the lanterns. So obviously we also need some storage in this house, because I am going to make the interior as if it is a Minecraft house. I'm not gonna try to build a sofa and a TV. I am furnishing the houses like they are supposed to be practical in Minecraft. And obviously we need something over in that corner, but let me just sort my items a bit, because my inventory is getting a bit messy. So let's take the convenience of that and then fix this issue. I ended on some bookcases, because when have those ever hurt anybody? And let's add some doors as well and remove these torches from the floor, because that is just not okay. So I had to figure out a different way to light up the flooring without having just plain torches on the ground, because that's just not okay. So I figured if I make a few holes in the floor and put the torches in those, then I can hunt down some sheep, color them red, and cut their wool off without their permission and make carpets out of them. I shall forever step on your faces. Now, then I thought I was done with that, but then I needed 2 pieces more, and then I had to go and hunt those sheep back down. It actually took a surprising amount of time waiting for them to regrow the wool over and over again. Maybe I should have made a farm, but now I have some red sheep running around, and like, who doesn't like that? So, done with the carpet. That's very nice. I was wondering, it felt pretty empty up on the second floor, so I was wondering what to do about that, and then I remembered another oldest trick in the, well, there can't be two oldest tricks, but it's an old one, okay? Along with the ladders on the trapdoors, I'm also using the trick to make like a dinner table looking thing. And I know I literally just said that this was supposed to be Minecraft practical and not housing practical, but it felt too empty, okay? So I just added some stuff in there. As long as it's Minecraft useful, I don't mind extras. Like I want this house to be functional as a Minecraft house, but I don't mind extra details. You know, does that make sense? I feel like that makes sense. Anyways, now that the interior is also done, it is time for me to try and convince you of this housing. So, here you see the newest building in town. It's brand new. It may not look like it, but it is brand new. Featuring this stunning facade with just, oh, so much detail. And this stunning side garden with a shed where you can grow your own wheat. It is right now, but that's up to the buyer. If you want to buy this house, you can change the vegetable into whichever vegetable you would like. Now, let's take a look at this stunning side view featuring a total of 7 big windows. And if we go inside, you're greeted by this red carpet event, making you feel very important as you head to the luxurious storage area featuring both furnaces and chests. As you head upstairs, you will notice the gorgeous lighting. Please notice it. It was expensive. And this stunning dinner table without a single chair. Up here you have, oh, just the most beautiful ocean view, which is the first thing that you notice when you wake up. About to make a great attitude out of the day. And let me just, you're not seeing this. You're not seeing this. Are you looking? Don't look. Are you looking? Don't be looking. Don't. There we go. The beautiful lighting is completed. Now, this beautiful 2.5 stories home in classic Danish design could be yours for just the low price of subscribing and liking the video and leaving a comment saying that you would like to live in this brilliant family home. And as the night falls, I hope you will all have a great night. Good night!